This week's Parsha is Parsha's Pekudei. The Torah begins with the words, Ele Pekudei HaMishkan Mishkan HaEdut. These are the accounts for the Mishkan of testimony, the tabernacle of Edut, of testimony. What testimony is being given over here? And the answer is the accounting system that Moshe is showing the Jewish people in this week's Parsha, an exact audit of every single donation that was donated to the Mishkan. This amount of gold, this amount of goat skin, this amount of sky blue wool and purple dye, everything was accounted for. Moshe Rabbeinu, if you read this week's Parsha, will see an exact accounting. The Jewish people could follow the trail. They could see that every amount was given and was used for the correct purpose. Now, why did Moshe feel the need to prove that everything was done fiscally, responsibly? Moshe Rabbeinu, he's the one who speaks to God. Definitely no one would have had any ideas that Moshe would be cheating the system, that Moshe would, God forbid, embezzle money from the donations of the Jewish people. Why does Moshe find the need to give a proper accounting of every cent, of every donation? And the Torah is teaching us a very, very important thing over here. And that is, a person can be squeaky clean in the eyes of God, but that's not enough. A person can go around saying, I know I'm a good person and I don't care what other people think about me, but that's incorrect. A person has to matzachein be'enei Elokim ve'adam, to find favor in the eyes of God and in the eyes of man. It's not good enough just to say, I'm a good person, ask God. Yeah, God might think you're a nice person. But if other people don't think, if other people think that you're not such a nice person, maybe then you're not such a nice person. And a person has to be wary, a person has to be careful. A person has to make sure he doesn't do anything that can even be misconstrued, even though he is innocent, even though he's not doing anything wrong. A person has to be careful not to do anything that can be misconstrued by others as though he is doing something wrong. And that's where we get this idea in Judaism called marit ayin. I'm only going into a non-kosher restaurant to get a bottle of water. Yes, but what will other people think if they see you walking in? What will other people say? I'm not doing anything wrong, but people might suspect you, people might think the wrong things about you. And even that, the Torah is teaching us in this week's Parsha, how careful we have to be with it. And the converse of this concept is that it says, if people like you, then that is a sign that Hashem likes you. So if people get along with you and people like how you are, that is also a good sign. But just remember, it works both ways. Shabbat Shalom.